I blame Johnny Five.
No, that would be nobody's fault but mine. So, yeah. I spent most of the morning trying to figure it out, which makes it even worse because, of course, you go, oh, what's Core XY mirrored? And you can go on the Duet thing, but a Duet uses all separate commands. Duet, you can just go into there and hit S0 or S1, and it'll unmirror it.
Gotcha.
Where you can't do that on Marlin. So you actually have
You
to
can do
figure
whatever
out
you want.
how to do it.
What's up, Tobias?
What makes it even worse is they're all set up. Marlin is set up for Core XY directly in front. So, motor left, motor right. Where I have mine set with both motors on the left. So it was another whole nightmare to figure out. Needless to say, I switched the X and Y motor, and then I reversed the direction of the Y motor, and that ended up fixing it.
Well, that's good.
But it took me like 3 hours going. I literally have like pages and pages and pages and pages of drawings with motor turning left, motor turning right. Which way do I got to go? What do I got to move? Who do I got to switch? That's the bitch about Core XY. There's no easy way to figure out what the hell's going on. But it's figured out, and it's printing.
Hey, man, as long as it's printing, that's all that matters.
I'm almost out of filament. And I never would have known if it weren't for this here vase that I'm printing with words on it. It has words on it. Very important words. What are you doing? Actually working?
Yeah, I'm editing and then responding to some stuff.
Editing. The fuck?
Yep.
It's almost like you got a real life or something.
Yeah, sometimes. Not just playing Among Us at 8 o'clock at night with you guys. So quiet.
Yeah, I was loading a YouTube thing. And I didn't want it feedback because I wanted the actual YouTube chat, but you have to load the YouTube page, and then the noise starts, and the back feed, and the stereoscopic frickin' echo effect. And so I turned the mic off so I could do all of that. And I just noticed that Mr. Chris Riley uploaded a video. Like,
ooh, girl.
10 minutes ago or something. And I need drugs. And that one's pretty much empty. There's only one in there. So we're going from Advil to naproxen sodium, which is
what
generic for a leave. They all do the same thing. They make my knee not swell as bad.
Why is stupid?
The answer, Chris, is because you're doing it.
Mm.
That's why. If you weren't doing it, it wouldn't be stupid. If that thing makes it through that whole roll for that little vase, I mean, it's not a huge vase, but...
What's up, Thanith? What's up, Tobias?
It's not tiny.
Where do I buy the tool and the contacts for making my own cables? I got all my stuff off of Amazon.
Yeah.
but you can also just get the extension cables from like Lector. They have the little extension cables.
What are you
That way
extending?
Hmm?
What is he extending? All his cables or just the LCD cables? That's a whole different story, the LCD cables. As
Yeah.
I'm going to get ready to do in a bit.
Let's see.
But for making your own, you can buy one of those unit kits on Amazon. Get a good one. Don't
What's
try and save money.
Marcel's?
The cheap ones are just that. They're freaking cheap. They don't work.
Do you know?
I have sets. They suck. As he will concur you with. What did you get? The Wise, whatever. Wis cable crimpers?
Yeah, iWis. That's usually my go-to is iWis cable crimps. You just got to make sure that they are for the correct ones. The proper one has only 2 crimp ports, not 3. 3 is for the different size, for the fatter ones.
Yeah.
So you need the
Well,
you need the 2 porter.
Those that comes with different jaws, don't it?
No, you can swap the jaws for sure. They're just pegged in and have 2
they got a bolt through
M3
it.
screws.
Yeah.
Wh-
Bolt that holds each end.
Do you know Marcel's Twitter handle?
No.
Damn it. It's like off axis, I think. Off axis.
Off axis FPV.
FPV.
I'll let you say that. Or
I don't see it as an option.
You know, the search for a person isn't working
Sucks.
so well.
It hasn't been working well today. Like I started searching for Jordan, and it just gave me things like Photosmint. I was like, how was it the first answer for
It's
anything?
like I deliberately know someone, you know, what their handle is, and it won't give me them when I search on Twitter lately. It's been like a week it's been doing that. What's up, Tripod? I haven't seen him in a while.
Hey, John.
It's like off access. Everybody but him. You'd think it would like list the guy that's in your freaking friends list first.
Yeah.
Which it used to do. No, it doesn't.
I ordered something very Canadian today.
What's that?
I'm trying to tag my Canadian friends. What up, buddy?
You ordered some maple syrup.
I see that you're in Twitter hell with the Creality nonsense crowd.
It's not even Twitter. It's Facebook hell with the Creality nonsense crowd. The admin literally told me that there is no other way to connect cables to a bed with is only solder. It's the only way.
Oh, you can't.
And then he muted me for 3 days. Like I didn't even respond. He just responded to me and said, "There's no other way." And by the way, you were being a jerk. So I'm like, and I was like, someone literally goes, so that guy, you read the thing.
Yeah.
The guy is, this is what he does, and he goes in, cuts the wire, does the math, tells you, well, it says it's this gauge, it's actually this gauge, and it's only this many strands. So if it breaks, every strand that breaks is going to be a bigger and bigger issue.
Yeah.
So you want a higher strand count when it comes to a moving surface. He's explaining everything in very common sense terms for people to understand. Like he threw some math in there that was definitely like probably blew past 99% of everyone's head. But if you just go past that and go right to like the little bits that he said, and then people are commenting, just cut the wire and solder it back on.
I'm
like,
just drives me nuts,
what?
Man. And like I brought up on my CR6 review that they used the wrong gauge wire for the board.
Yeah.
But no, it's you get these trolls out there. It's like I think I'm now like thumbs down on my review, like 27 or something. Yeah. It's like you got these people that are just like in bed with Creality and just there's
the way I look at it's the fanboys.
Yeah. The way I look at it is there's problems with almost every type of product out there. It's not
correct.
I can barely hear you, man.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, his microphone's a little quiet. Yeah.
The palm rest is where the mic is. Bad design, HP. So, and that's what was my point. Every product has a little bit of a quirk to it usually, or it's not, it's not going to be designed perfectly or per your taste, right?
Yeah.
And, I praised everything at the beginning with my review of the CR6, and then the last half was what I didn't like or the problems with this machine. I do not endorse it. I don't endorse it. I said I don't recommend because it wasn't given to me as a review.
Yeah.
I purchased it, so yeah.
One of my favorite comments was someone actually said that that's normal wear and tear. You're supposed to replace your bed wires every once in a while. I'm like,
What?
no, you're not. You're
No.
not supposed, and that's why I'm like sitting here so angry at some of these people. I'm like, you're literally jeopardizing yourself and everybody else by making excuses. Like, there's no reason in the world to come up with conclusions like there is no other way. That's a lot of fancy words for, hey, you should just solder your wires back on.
Well, there's a reason why some wires are more flexible than others, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so you're gonna be able to get a lot more wear out of these more flexible wires than ones that are not, right? So
Yeah.
it should be able to handle the constant, if it's a sling bed or whatever, if it's, you should be able to handle that type of
They
movement
never
all
put
the
proper
time.
stress relief on bed wire, on most wires, on the heads too. I always love them. They wrap them in that wrap, and then they tie wrap the spiral to the wire and never hold it to the head on the Crealities. There's no mount for the wires. They're just using the clump of wires all grouped together as their strain relief.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
just
and
like,
that's what.
I look at that and I go, oh, that's so wrong.
Well, that was the problem with
I mean,
my Ender 5 Plus, right? The wires are literally sagging off the bed, and the bed is raising up and down. Okay, it's a really bad design,
Yeah.
And
First response. This is why people print or buy cable chains, which to which I respond with, they are all incorrectly designed, and again, will cause more issues to solve nothing. And he links me to one, and I go, yeah, like I said, incorrectly designed.
Yeah,
Cable chains or drag chains.
Yeah.
The one he shared to me was one that's literally, because on the CR10X Max, the power supply is on one side, the bed's here, so you can't have it over. It has to go sideways. So it's a sideways one, so it's dragging this way. So the gravity is pushing down on it, and the angle that it's at is harsh because it's only this much of a gap. So the angle actually comes down to a sharp point. I'm like, you're just making it worse. Like,
and from my understanding, it's a specific type of cable that needs to be in a cable chain.
Yes.
Not every cable
That's the
is
other thing.
designed to be in
cable
a cable chain.
Yeah. Holy shit!
So
in the time it took you to write this, you could have clipped the wires, soldered in new ones, and started printing again. Use a ladder chain. No, don't use a ladder chain.
No.
You bought a cheap 3D printer. What do you think? It's made from the best materials possible?
That's the best comment.
Well, I kind of agree with that, other than there's a way to fix it proper.
And my response was, this isn't about best. This is about adequate for the job. It's 50 cents more to replace. I mean, it's probably not even 50 cents for Creality's amount of like printers that they have. Like if they just ordered a shit ton of silicone wire for beds, it wouldn't be that expensive for them to change everything to high strand silicone wire. And that's all I said. A proper wire costs possibly 50 cents or, to the end product. People are like literally, here we go. Replace it with a Canovo. Again, this doesn't solve the issue. Like,
okay. And
why don't people accept the build quality is bad? Just accept it and know that you're going to be replacing these things. It's a quick fix. Resolder it back on. Don't spend time bitching about it and waste 3 weeks on a 20-minute fix. Like,
you expect things to work. I'm sorry. As my closing monologue, right? You expect things to work at least for a product life cycle, right? Not, some of these printers are, I ran this thing through a whole week before I even did my review. Most people are not even doing that when they review a printer, right? They do a print. Oh, this benchy looks good. Okay, on to my next review.
Well,
and it's
to some extent, I understand
people,
that too, as long as you have to understand each person and what they're like in the reviews.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I really thought that the CR6 was going to be a sure win for Creality with the design and everything, the promise of it. I mean, to me, it's still a stout, good-looking printer that's, I think, is more towards a consumer market than an enthusiast market, right? I had to try to divide it up, because this is more tailored for a lackluster display that doesn't give any advanced features. You know, it's like a plug and play type thing. You know, they're trying to get rid of all the little tweaks and stuff that someone can do with a normal 3D printer. You know, under $500. I mean, open air, I guess, if you want to call it 3D printer. So, I mean, I'm nowhere close to the expert in the field, period. I'm just gauging as a consumer on that, on both the printers. Right? So, yeah, I expect it to work. I expect the product life cycle to be more than 90 days, more than a year before I start to say, hey, these parts are wearing out or, catch on fire. So.
Well, that's the thing, is that's all I'm trying to iterate, or like try to bring to these people, is they're all arguing the same thing. It's cheap, yes, but there should be an adequate. First of all, the cables aren't even correct gauge for the amount of current. So he's already brought up. That's the major point that he brought up, was these things say that they're this gauge, which at that gauge, and that thing draws 750 watts at 24 volt. That's 30 amps, and these wires are just at 31 amps based on max. Based on what the bed can draw. But now after cutting them open, they're not even the proper gauge for that. They might be able to handle 20 amps.
Yeah, because they're looking.
That's an issue.
They're looking at
the shielding is super thick.
Yeah.
The shielding's super thick, but the wire gauge is actually smaller than what it's supposed to be. So it's like, they're not even the proper wire. And people are still like, simple fix, just solder it back on. Soldering it back on doesn't solve the issue. And then people are complaining, well, it's just cheap. It doesn't have to be cheap, but also it'll be a fire hazard. It can be cheap, and they can spend the nickel to buy 10 million, yards or meters of frickin' silicone multi-strand wire, so that way it's a little less of a fire hazard. Like, it's not that hard. Like, this isn't asking Creality to do something they haven't done in the past. Like, they fixed the burning XTC connectors. They've replaced other beds with silicone wires that were catching fire in other printers. This isn't something they haven't done before. Yeah. But people are still like, it's fine. I'm like, it's not fine. Like, there's no, like, soldering back on doesn't solve the issue. Like, why are you so complacent? I don't know. It probably didn't help that I told someone to pull Creality's penis out of their mouth, but again, that's what it feels like. No, it's like,
that really doesn't help, Chris. That just
it doesn't.
Off,
but
you're right.
That's my point, though. Is like, you can't be complacent to these things. Like, you can't keep just saying, well, it's fine, it's a cheap printer. People who have no idea, children, schools, are buying these printers. Reviewers are saying, hey, this is a good printer, but they're not explaining the risks and hazards of them. So,
did you watch the end of my monologue when I said that? People are putting in their kitchens, in their bathrooms, in their living rooms. You find this acceptable? Fine. I don't. And so that text.
Is that the one where you had to like fire and the bomb and everything on the video?
Yeah.
So
what's up, Microtech?
I don't post much stuff on Twitter, but you saw I think you liked it, right? My my email correspondence with that company about the printer. So I don't know if they saw my post. So they're like, oh no, we'll just give you one now. So be careful what you wish for, because first off, he said this, so I'll, they're gonna send me one. So we'll see, if this, it's a kind of a unique design. It's a 3-color system. So, I mean, it's literally, you email me 2 weeks after that my video hit, cautioning that my reviews are bluntly honest, you know, and, if it's crap, it's crap. So,
well, yeah, and Tobias makes a point. Every printer needs some research beforehand, some logic applied. Correct. But I feel that anything that, technically legality-wise, anything that ships to America as an electronic needs to pass a certain level of safety standards. And I have not seen a single Chinese printer that passes all, or even the minor ones. Like, again, they're constantly using the wrong gauge wire, or the incorrect wire, or the wrong connector that's not meant for the amperage that it's pulling. Like, look at that thing that what's that Dragon or whatever printer that everyone's all happy about. Like, all these reviewers are, every time a new printer comes out, they're always like, again, the penis of the company's in their mouth, and they're like, this is awesome. And I literally posted on Twitter the other day, that connector is not rated for that amperage. Like, that connector is not meant to be a bed connector for 20 amps or 18 amps, whatever's drawing that bed. Like, it's not made for that. And their response was, we'll just solder it on there. I'm like, don't solder, that's even worse. Like
people don't understand.
these companies are just copying other shitty companies and going, well, this works for them, so it must be fine. It's not fine.
Yeah, they should be all crimp connectors or bare wire going into those boards, right?
Yeah.
But no, I got literally people trolling me on my post saying, because I said that reason why, Creality, dumps you into their Facebook group is that the community could answer their questions for them instead of having customer service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. And fixing them after the fact is fine, but it's already too late. Fix them. Like, they've had how many iterations of issues?
Mm-hmm.
Like the first CR10 bed wire issues, CR5, Ender 3 wire issues. Like, there's always wire issues. Just fix it. Like, we can't be complacent all the time. Like, if something is literally harmful to a large group of people, it's time for the large group of people to go, fix this, or I'm just going to keep posting every day that this thing is an issue. Like, yeah.
I'm almost ready to show the flaw. I may do a sacrifice of this printer just to show the actual flaw. My CR6. I know what causes it to smoke. So,
what's up, Lars?
So
yeah, and again, UK's got electrical standards. United States, like, you can't sell a toaster without physical fuses in them. Like, they can be shitty, but it has to have an actual thermal fuse in there. There's minor safety things that have to be done for electronics sold in America so they don't cause a major lawsuit. But none of them are being taken. Like, they could just add a thermal fuse. If that wire gets too hot, shorts the whole thing out. Call it a day. That's fine. You want to underwire it? That's fine. Like, but something.
The thermal fuse probably costs more than just upgrading the wire in the first place.
I mean, it probably is the same. I mean, it's pennies for a thermal fuse. It really is. Like,
but when you're buying
everything that we're talking about, yeah. Well, the volume that they're ordering everything in is, like, they say they sell like 200,000 printers a month. Okay, that's what Naomi said on a tweet one day. That's fine. If you sell 200,000 printers a month, buying the proper wire or thermal fuses or anything is pennies. Like, because you're going to have to order enough wire for however many million of printers that is a year. So I don't understand the arguments they're having. Like, what, 2.4 million printers a year? Okay, you can buy that wire. It probably costs, and you're buying just Chinese wire. Like, like, you can't find a source for multi-strand silicone wire in China.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, and the old PSUs suck, so now they've switched to Meanwell power supplies. I mean, they've teamed up with E3D to make proper Titan. They're not, I guess they're clones because they're made by Creality, but they say E3D on them because they, made an agreement. I mean, they've done things to improve things that cost them money.
Someone commented on my the power supply swap from almost a year ago on my channel.
Yeah,
said they're trying to educate me on it. Said, well, you should replace it with a bigger one than 500 watt. I said, oh, really? I said, way to comment on a video that's 9 months old. And I said, there's too many environmental variables to say how much wattage is actually being pulled from a machine at any given time.
Yeah.
Ambient temperature, what are you printing? Those two variables, room ambient temperature and what are you printing, are the two biggest things. And he's like, well, that's a good point. And I said, how much time are you actually going to be drawing over 500 watts out of that machine? I said, I've been running this machine with that Meanwell that I replaced. Literally, I think that was like my 4th ever video on YouTube for, almost a year now with no problems. Releasing crap. I still have my old power supply under my workbench for that thing because it's such a disappointment.
Yeah. Microtech. That's why you got to read the little disclaimers on Creality products, and actually all printers. Even Prusa does the same disclaimer because the printer itself is not CE compliant. There's very few CEUL listed printers. Taz, Ultimaker, Rays. Those are UL compliant, CE compliant printers. If you look at some of the verbiage, they say we use CE compliant power supplies, which that's it. That's so nice.
Isn't that?
So
Don't you love that bridge there?
The giant bridge pads.
Yeah, those
that can touch anything.
Yeah, and some of these snips from, I think this went over a solder pot.
Yeah.
So
The electro ones.
Yeah, because you can see the drip points right here as it's coming off.
Yeah.
So this is definitely not hand soldered. But look, why are all the traces soldered around? Right?
Hey, racing stripes look cool on cars, so they look cool.
Yeah, and look at
it makes it go fast.
Look at this. Look how close it's ready to bridge.
Well,
Why ask why? We all know why. It's Chinese cheap crap. They just don't mark. They just don't care.
Correct, Microtech, and that's my issue with a lot of printing companies is they continue to use we use a CE certified power supply, or we use this or that's certified. That's fine. That's actually way better than not. I'm glad they're all moving to 24 volt and they're doing simple things, but on the guise that you believe that it's safe. Again, in theory, a 3D printer should be pretty safe. I mean, it's no different than an oven, it is different, but it is something that gets very, very hot, and there's safety precautions that can easily be taken. What's up, Devin? Devin's a teacher, and a lot of schools buy Enders, they buy Prusas, and technically that's not legal for them. Like they're not supposed to buy non-UL certified products to be in their school because they're putting everyone in danger. And
as you said, this is
it scares me.
This is multiple printer companies. It's not just Reality.
It's not just Reality.
Yeah,
they're just the easiest one to pick on because them. Any cubic still cold solders joints and shoves them into connectors. Like I keep pointing that out, and I keep hearing, "Well, mine's never burnt down, so it's not a problem." It's not that it won't. It's when. In 20 years it might. Like I can't. It might, and it might not. But there's a reason why certain precautions are taken. No, the Mark III. Here's the thing: is most printers are safe. Like you buy an Ender, you're most likely not going to have a fire issue. The issue is that there is that chance. Like, and your job as a company should be to make it as low as possible.
I'm not a fan
at least
of outside mount power supplies like that. Okay.
Yeah, they should be hidden. Wiring should be hidden.
Yep.
As best as possible.
No, it should be all exposed so I can stick my fingers right there into the head. Just like that. That's wide open, baby. Yeah, it's mine, and I'm not selling it.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want for yourself.
I've been seriously considering, putting one of them stupid covers on it.
What's up, Devin?
Yeah.
And then if your house burns down because of that printer, your insurance will most likely not cover it because they said that you put in something that was a danger to your home. Like again, these are what people don't like. Again, their 3D printers aren't covered under insurance when your house burns down. So, the stigma that printers are dangerous will never go away until we make them somewhat safe. Just a little bit more. They're almost there. They're so close.
They are close.
My school had issues with us buying the MK3.
Yeah,
they were worried.
As they should.
Safety from the moving bed and it being hot.
No, the moving bed's fine.
I know it's
fine. You just get enclosure.
Yeah, we're building an enclosure for it because the school's like, they're high school, but you've got the middle school kids in there sometimes, and they like to touch things.
Stick their finger. Well, that's why I don't like when they market printers to children. Like I can't remember the company. They kept showing all these pictures of little kids like just sticking their hand in the printer, grabbing parts while it's printing. I'm like,
no,
that's exactly what we don't want. Like, and please don't use children as your advertising for. Like they had that Reality Transformers printer that was all hyped up for children. I'm like, quit marketing towards children. Like this is. I still don't feel that 3D printers are for children unless you supervise them. Like I know what I would have done. I would have stuck my hand in there. Like I do that now as an adult because I never learned proper. I was never hounded on proper safety as a child.
I will.
Who's had the video of taking off the resin print with no gloves? Who was that, Matt?
Oh, Soval, yeah.
Hey, Dan.
And Creality's done it before too. They've shown pictures of people barehanded taking prints off their Creality resin printer, and
don't they know shit's bad for them?
And what's even funnier is the same thing happened in the Photon group, the Anycubic Photon group, because I have one, so I'm in that group. Someone like commented, like they asked, like, "Hey, are gloves truly required?" And there were people who commented saying, like, seriously, like, "No, I don't use a glove. Nothing's happened to me yet. I've been messing with it for 3 years." And I'm just like, please don't comment. Like that, your personal, feelings towards this are, and like if you're willing to endanger yourself, that's fine. Like freedom. Don't endanger the rest of us because of your freedom. Like scares me a little bit. Scares me, man. That's why Llama's future printer is going to be idiot proof.
That's the funniest thing you've said your whole life.
Yeah. Carl is a great example. He wired all those wires through the V slot, not only to hide them, but it's also a nice safety feature. When all your wires are further away from you being able to fuck with them, the better.
Well, and that was the thing that I praised, about the CR6 was the wires.
They did a good job on the wiring on the outside.
Wire management is the best wire management I've seen on an entry level printer. And then people are like, "What do you mean entry level?" I said, "It's anything under $500 is an entry level 3D printer.
Under $1,000 is entry level." Oh, there we go. The end of the pool.
So yeah. All right, guys. I was just wanted to join for my little lunch break from work. So
well, it was good seeing you, John. Have fun on the rest of your day of work.
Oh yeah, fun times. So
hell yeah.
Hasta la nacho.
Adios.
The empty hatchbox spool. Let's date.
Is that your yellow? Wow, that is an old spool of stuff. Hi, Dan.
Long ago did I buy this? Is not the old hatchbox.
And that's even worse, Tobias, is not until earlier this year did the Ender 3 have working thermal runaway protection. Just boggles my mind. At least the CR10S Max, when the guy's thing fried, it killed the thermal runaway, turned it all off.
I bought this in March 8th, 2016.
Nice.
4-year-old filament? Damn.
I bought this roll.
What'd you print with it? A giant koozie?
I printed a bunch of stuff. Mostly I printed some pumpkin stuff back in the day. I had it already. Nice. But it's funny, I keep getting yellow rolls from stuff, like giveaways and whatever. And it lasts forever because I'm not a big fan of yellow. So now, like, my largest color collection of spools of filament I have now is yellow. I almost have a full box of yellow because I don't ever print yellow.
But you've got a bunch of yellow.
Well, I keep getting them, and I never use them, so they build up. Is that thing hooked? Am I going to have a problem pulling it through the tube? It is hooked. I better cut that little hook off so it'll pull it through the tube.
Like 3D Fuel and Printed Solid need to quit making cool colors.
Yeah, they've been on and especially the hemp filament's back.
Colors.
Yeah. No, it's like I was working on a thing and I needed a specific shade of gold, which is why I wanted you to show me Golden Winter last night. And I was like, okay, I've got this gold, this gold, this gold, and this gold. Well, I don't want that gold. It's like, how about this gold? Like, that gold works. So I've got 5 different types of gold, but I just ordered another order of gold.
Must be nice to have money to waste.
This is a commission print, so I didn't pay for it.
And why does it have to be a certain color? Really? I mean,
they requested it.
I'm just kidding. I'm being a dick. It's got 3 more minutes left. Will it suck?
Hi, I'm Llama. I'm a dick.
No, you're Warkocki and you're a dick.
Correct. Brad's orange glitter looks awesome. I need to pick that up. I also need to pick up some of that hemp filament.
Not only are you a dick,
Let's see. I am super sus.
You are.
What is that website again? 3fuel.com.
I need to get some orange glitter. I'm thinking because you have to get three different filaments to get free shipping for Printed Solid. I'm gonna get Brad's orange glitter and pants, as well as that gold that I need, so I can get free shipping.
Nice.
Because someone keeps calling my minifig naked.
Will it finish by sucking up that last, I don't know, 1300 millimeters of filament? It might just do it. I'm on layer 111,598 out of 113,672 layers. Welcome to spiral mode. Where every 1/8 of an inch is considered a layer. 1/8 of an inch of travel is considered a layer. And I'll tell you what. It's hard to say because it's Idea Maker 4, which supposedly they fix some stuff in spiral mode, and moving to an SKR at the same time. But it's definitely a cleaner finish than I did with that Duet. The Duet had very obvious like stutter lines. Does that make sense? You know what I'm talking about?
Vertical banding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 2660s. Those older TMC drivers were always plagued with vertical banding.
Which
this is Mark III issues.
Isn't as clean, I would say, because I'm doing it at a higher layer height.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely no banding that I see in it.
Banding.
Which is the other reason I really wanted to get rid of the Duet. I will say, if you're building a Core XY for the first time, the Duet is a boatload easier to figure out than that thing was this morning. Oh my God.
You might be able to keep up with it.
That it's so nice with the Duet if it's mirroring and you just hit S0 on the motor controls and boom, it fixes it. It's normally S1 and you shift it to S0 and poof, everything's reversed. It's now out of mirror mode. Where with this thing, I actually literally had to sit there and figure out every little motion of the 6 different or 8 different motion controls or whatever. And all those math things don't work because I have it on the side.
It's a sexy maker coin, Dan.
Where is Dan's maker coin? Did
he posted on Twitter yesterday.
I didn't see it. How did I not see it?
Because you're not on Twitter enough.
It was just on Twitter. Yeah.
I literally check Twitter every 7 minutes to make sure I don't miss anything.
Dan. You should totally have someone with a raise, ergo me or Justin, to print a giant maker coin for the biggest little giveaway.
Giant maker coin.
Giant mega coin. We'll call it the douchebag coin.
What, Dan? What color?
Oh man, you gotta make it in mossy oak.
Well, that's hot.
Don't have a palette or a moo, so I don't think I can do mossy oak. Dan,
whatever you want if you put your mind to it.
It's very hot.
Give me a link to your maker coin and I'll slice it right now.
This came out pretty good. Here you go, Warkocki.
Oh yeah, look at that. What? Sus? Oh gosh, Warkocki is sus. He's not wrong.
It came out really good. That is really, really, really good.
Nice. What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know.
Put in his pants.
One of my nieces and nephews will come up and be like, "Oh, that's very cute," and they'll take it.
That's why
I
I
need to
just
start.
3D prints to school.
They'll
Just
be like, "Who's this Warkocki dude?" They'll be like, "Yeah, we don't care."
I need to start making vases again. I've started doing that in Fusion. I made some really cool wavy vases.
Yeah, you can do some cool vase stuff with Fusion. This was just a simple one that I was mostly just wanting to kill this roll of filament because I knew it would be about this much filament, and it was about perfect. Thinking of that, I got to change the filament, get that filament out of there because it's stuck in the middle of the tube. Change
Devin,
filament.
Dan will send it to you tonight.
okay. Cool, but pick a color and I'll make it happen.
Pick a color. The package you delivered. Yeah.
My dial are working. My dial on my screen isn't working.
Oh,
Hit
do you want me to
reset.
do something janky as fuck, Chris?
Is it a robot made out of toothpaste?
No.
But yes, I do want to see what your jankiness is.
Here.
It used to work. Why wouldn't my dialer work?
So I've got a rep box. We just put it on the wall like yesterday,
Nice.
but my rep box is full and I needed to print a sample and I didn't feel like taking something out and rethreading something. So we've got this old pipe. So I've got a spool of filament on the handle of the pipe and the spool is held on by a tiny clamp onto
approve
the
this message.
You knew it
Could be worse.
I know.
Dan, if you say surprise me, I'm going to give you something like glitter pink or something.
It's fine.
Okay, why would
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so
Okay, fair enough. And I just wanted to go down to the lower school to do something with grades, so I'll be back later.
That's a major pain in my butt.
bye, Devin.
Why would that stop working, Warkocki?
Static usually.
I just restarted it.
Is it working again?
No. It's not taking the spin. It'll take the in and out, but no spinnies. Bummer.
Check the wires since you made your own wire cable.
I didn't make my own wire cable. That's the stock wire cable. That's why it's still facing back asswards. That's very disappointing. You know you're sus, right? It's all your fault.
Well, that's what you get for printing that.
Warkocki is sus. It's so stupid.
You wait. I'm going to put llama stuff on my...
You go right
stuff.
ahead. You know how much more advertising you get because I make fun of you all the time?
Correct. And they usually say that any advertising is good advertising, but I don't always believe that.
Yeah. But you're still sus.
Well, hell yeah, I am. It's my third middle name.
Love vase mode with the 0.8 nozzle. I mean, I can't break that. That is solidly attached.
They're solidly attached.
Waterproof. It might not be waterproof with some of the overhangs in the letters. But I bet it's darn close if it's not. We could probably try that.
If you take some epoxy and shake it in there, you can make it.
Or you could just use a 0.8 nozzle and not worry about it. This is very yellow.
Yellow, yellow.
So it would be really cool.
Should have shaved that.
You
should have saved that yellow to make a maker coin for Dan.
Nah.
I heard he loves the yellow.
Yellow. Dan is yellow. And look, I got more kind of off yellow. Because what do? I buy some Jesse transition color, and what color is it? Yellow.
Mellow yellow.
It's kind of an army green yellow. It's kind of dirty yellow. It's actually a pretty cool color. And it's just fine for doing stupid crap.
Everything's fine for stupid crap. Okay.
So,
Called that shoot.
you'll get a kick out of this. I get a box today. Now, if you
Correct.
look at my Xfinity remote. I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see it on the camera, but it's all like it's got like a rubberized traction coating on it, and it's all peeling off. I mean, it's bad. You can really see it right there. It's getting everywhere. I mean, it's just like you touch it and like you get like little like nastiness everywhere. So over the weekend, I get online with them because they don't want you to go to the store anymore and wait and say, you know, can you send me a new remote? They're like, sure, you know, the whole thing. That's the box they send me for the remote.
It's like Amazon. Sometimes they'll send me like a paper clip in a box that big.
It's a freaking, I mean, I get that, you know, they got to start making them bigger. I mean, they used to send them in a stupid, the like bubble wrap, you know, envelopes, which those aren't any good because they have no structure and blah, blah, blah. And I've had some, they sent me them and they were broken because they got abused. You know, you can't not expect some abuse, but they go from one extreme to the other.
So here's the thing is, do you know why a lot of companies end up having a weird size box for their package?
It's because they have it made for something else already, generally.
No, it's because they use software to load trucks and airplanes now. So if something needs to be shipped, the machine already calculates exactly what boxes need to be used to load in the truck to get full capacity in the truck every time they ship something. So if they just need to get something onto a truck and they don't have enough packages, but they want to fill it, which keeps it from breaking and smashing other things because there's air gaps and whatever, it just puts it in the next largest box that it can, so that way it fits in the slot. Because it calculates exactly where your package goes on the truck. It's pretty ridiculous.
I'm very depressed, and I'm going to write them and bitch them out. Because they not only that, they've got the new non-poppable bubble wrap.
Oh, I fucking hate that nonsense.
I want to pop bubbles!
Tell me how you really feel, Llama.
Oh, look! And they put a bunch of bags that they normally ship them in the big-ass box.
Correct. Yeah, 1,000 times the volume, but only weighed like 10 ounces more than a normal package, so...
It's still, I mean, they could use half that size box. It's just...
Correct, but it probably wouldn't fit into their container or whatever.
Yeah.
Shipping truck as evenly.
Oh, look, it's a completely new, different remote that probably won't work with my shit.
Oh, it'll work.
Oh, no. I had that problem before because I got the older equipment because I'm in a O-line's in one of those backdated zones. We don't get the new stuff until after everybody else has discontinued it.
You live in the Midwest.
No, I live in the shoreline of Connecticut.
Oh, in the Midwest, we don't even get fashion that like the East and West Coast have until like 10 years later.
Yeah, I'm in like that dead zone. If I lived in New London, I'd have the latest greatest. If I lived in Saybrook, I'd have the latest greatest. But here in O-line, where we're in between and, you know, they might actually have to run a cable across the river. Not happening. Will it turn it on? Nope. Guess I got to program it. It is much cleaner and nicer and pretty much looks the same other than the shape of it. All the buttons are in kind of the same location.
Buttons.
Swap. They now call it swap.
What's a swap?
It's a button. Name of the button is swap.
That the flip between the channel you're on and the channel you were on?
Yeah, well, inputs, generally. That's what I use it for anyways. You can program these things with the Xfinity. You can, like, change the buttons if you want. And I use it for, it was inputs originally. That's what it says, right? Yeah, inputs. TV input. They go through, like I just click it and it goes between my computer and the PlayStation and television live line. And I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this and then do it again for Mom.
Mom.
And I gotta deal with Mom because she'll be like, "It's a different remote." It's like, Mom, it's not a different remote. It's the same freaking remote. All the buttons are in the same location.
Except for swap.
Remote control to your set-top box. Install your batteries.
Hopefully it came with batteries. Batteries not included.
Turn on your TV, turn on your cable box. Your remote is programmed to operate Xfinity cable boxes. If you are using your remote to control on a non-Xfinity cable box, you are fucked. You got the wrong remote, dumbass.
Yeah, you remote.
Press the setup button until the all power key button on the remote changes from red to green. Press B for control of Motorola cable boxes. Press C for control of Cisco or Scientific Atlantic brand cable boxes. Press the Xfinity key to check that your remote control your setup box. If it doesn't, you're all set. Okay. Once the code is correctly entered, your Xfinity remote is paired with a device. Where do you get the code from? Pair remote to aim anywhere control. Control your TV's power and volume. That's the one I need. The rest of it should all just work. Using the list on the right, find the first 5-digit code for your TV manufacturer. How about I don't even see my TV's manufacturer? There it is. They do have it. What do you know? Press and hold the setup button.
Press and hold it, baby.
Where's the setup button? It's in a weird location. I remember that because we used to push it all the time and they ended up moving it.
I thought you said all the buttons are the same place.
They are. I can't remember where it was on the other one. There used to be like up on the top, and you'd always hit it all the time and end up resetting it. So they moved it. I remember that way back when I first got Comcast. They used to be like right next to the volume control or something. So you're accidentally pushing it all the time.
That's always fun.
The all power button is actually the setup button. I get it. From red to green.
You're green.
It was red. Now it's off. I don't see it turning green. Not turning green. I wonder if I have to program it to the thingy first. Or if it's screwing up. Let's go over to my cable. I'll still be here, but I won't know it.
Jeopardy.
Mute.
Oh, but that was so lovely.
Press the
What
setup
up,
button.
old curmudgeon?
All power is your setup button. Why don't you just call it the all power button? It just turns off. It never goes to green.
You're green. You so green. So close to being done.
It never goes green.
20 minutes left.
And it's not working.
Da, 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 da. Let's see here. Well, there's a few different ways of attaching them. There's
Okay, that ain't working.
let me see if I can find any pictures. Of course not working. You llama-fied it.
I know I can force it through the settings. Remote settings. Voice control on screen. Voice remote pairing. Is this a voice remote? It is not. They're supposed to be voice remotes.
Paste those settings, you beautiful machine. I do what I can, old curmudgeon. I like to ruffle feathers as much as I can, especially when there's a lot of nonsense going on. It's kind of my it's part of being me. Oh no, you don't. There we go. Oh, there's people in the background.
Okay. That didn't work.
Stop llamaing it, llama.
Oh, crap. I might have to reset some
I'm
stuff.
docile. You'll be fine, old curmudgeon.
Default. Echo cancellation is on.
Did you make sure there's batteries in it?
Where are they all the same? Yeah, they look like they're all the same, which means they're all the wrong remote. Surprise, surprise. Xfinity sent the wrong remote.
I don't believe you, llama. I believe it's the correct remote. You just don't know how to use it.
What do you know? Am I not getting any sound through? Are you not saying anything?
No, I'm saying stuff.
No, I'm not getting any audio. I might have to restart my TV to get the audio out.
Oh, boy.
I'll be back.
And then there was one. Oh, I must finish these edits. People are waiting patiently for their pictures. No, that one's slightly crooked. There we go. Itchy. There it is. No, no, no. There we go. Yeah, got that beautiful bean footage. J. Boom. Most important one of them all. J. Oof. Sun disappeared too quickly in the shoot. Went from super awesome to it's slightly dark outside. Okay. Oh, thank you, JC. I quite enjoy this giant bust sitting on top of power supplies. Do 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 do. Remove. Okay. And export. And engagement session. Engagement. Boom. Magic. Oh, I hate that, Lars. Not a fan of that. Let's see, Emily and Zach. Create gallery. Emily plus Zach. Paste these settings that I use. Create. And Emily plus Zach JPEGs. Here we go. Select 172 pictures. Wait, did that even? No, of course it didn't. There we go. What's up, Sergio? I'm trying to, Sergio. Waiting for this print of the creepy zombie head to finish. Excuse me. And I'm finishing up some edits. Sent some teasers for the Oscar Mike photo shoot from this last Saturday. And then once I get all that stuff done, okay. We sure had fun at the Oscar Mike photo shoot. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up. All right. Hit the button. See? Shooting an airplane hangar. Yeah. Yep. Shooting in the garage with the old mail truck. Actually, that was the first model something sold. There's the mail truck. So this was Saturday. These are the teasers. I have 1,000 pictures to go through. 1,000 pictures to go through. That's right. 1921st new truck sold by C.J. Wolf. Yep. So this is what we did. There's your old truck photo in front of airplanes. You know, classic photo. Oh. Yep. Yeah, I got that one too, because, you know, classic. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh, there's llama.
What's so I
Going
figured
through
it out.
images.
Or the old ones, I never use the voice control, so I don't care. The old ones are
Mhm.
voice control. They pair to the thing, and they won't let another remote operate it. So I literally had to pull the batteries out of the voice remote for these to come on.
Gotcha.
And I never use this stupid voice command anyway, so I don't even really want the voice remote. Why do you have pictures of hot chicks?
This is my shoot for Oscar Mike on Saturday.
Oscar Mike.
That I did.
I was getting ready for you to say Oscar Mayer.
Nope. No, this was my shoot. This is what I do for a living, is take pictures of people doing things.
Pretty terrible pictures, man. You don't know what you're doing.
I know. They're all crooked. And look at all that space on top of the images. I mean, there's so much space, but we had to show off that American flag and the airplane in the background and this naked lady flying this airplane up here.
I didn't even see that. I got glare. There we go. Oh, yeah, I can see the leg.
Yeah, just showing off the cool new shirts from Oscar Mike.
Whatever Oscar Mike is.
It's a company that they're a t-shirt company, and 100% of the profits go towards getting injured vets to get back on the move, because Oscar Mike means on the move in military speak. So a lot of these guys are like missing a leg or missing arm or paralyzed from certain parts of their body. So they'll pay for these guys who just got injured to come out and learn how to, use hand bikes and learn how to ski, learn how to jump out of airplanes. They'll give them flight lessons. So they basically try to get these vets who used to be very competitive and macho to no longer feel like they're completely worthless. So.
Got it. So now I got to figure out what's wrong with the printer. Now that I figured out what's wrong with those remotes.
I like that one. I think that's one of my favorite ones. Yeah, they wanted a vintage look, old curmudgeon, so the color scheme is a little bit more muted. That way it still looks modern, but doesn't look like I'm adding a sepia tone to the whole thing. Close. Oh, I hate that nonsense. So organize. And clients.
Hey, now.
And
one always has to fall on the floor and go underneath the cabinet.
That's a great cause, because I mean, literally 100% of the proceeds that they make go towards this stuff. Like, they don't do anything else. Let's see here.
Why? Why does it always have to go under the cabinet? It can't go out into the big open floor. No. It has to go under the cabinet.
Yeah, well.
Go figure.
Yeah. Get some tough guy stuff.
That would be why it's not working.
We got
The plug came undone.
there we go. Yeah.
She's come
And if you don't know, that's Earl Granville. He's got a tripod leg. I guess a leg like a llama leg.
No, that's
So he did stuff.
That would be a monkey leg.
Yeah, monkey leg right there. See?
Llama leg still has skin on it. Looks like that on the inside. Just has skin over it.
He was in an army transport vehicle and a landmine went off underneath.
No media. Configuration. Temperature. Motion. Did I not activate?
Yeah, we do cool stuff.
Oh, I'm going to have to reflash my firmware. Because I did not activate.
Oh, look at product photos. Y'all got need some Oscar Mike water bottles.
Filament change.
Found this abandoned car back there too.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Preheat PLA.
You got to have both, old curmudgeon.
Advanced settings.
Got to have both.
Set home offset, acceleration, junction deviation.
Oh, dang it. I keep forgetting that you can't do that on that.
Initialize.
All right, organize.
Show defaults.
Oscar Mike. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Here's Earl doing a... Where is it? Yeah, look at that rack right there. And yes, he actually lifted that entire thing by himself. Dude's a beast.
So very proud for him.
He even turned his hat backwards.
Why? Can't do with anything. And VS Code. VS Code.
What's up, Butchram?
It's Patreon.com.
It is.
Empty trash. VS Code. Llama Core firmware.
So many shirts
where
for
the
Oscar
hell?
Mike.
Where
Don't
is
forget
it?
to get your sweaty Oscar Mike t-shirts.
Where's the filament load unload thing
On the screen?
in the firmware?
Configuration adv.h.
Is it in the ADV? That's what I was wondering. If it was in the regular one. That's what I
Oh, yeah. Wet t-shirt guy.
Filament load. Defined. Enabled.
Yeah. I'll sell you a few t-shirts. Oh, a backwards hat is definitely a nitrous boost.
Wait a minute. No, that's only for the
Oh,
MMU.
No, it's not.
What's
Wet
the
shirt
number?
guy.
Let's just look for filament.
That's
There
Derek.
it is. 71.
He's the best. All right, enough of that nonsense. What am I waiting for?
I don't know. What
Oh,
are you
yeah.
waiting for? You wouldn't remember about how far down it is or what it's under.
Fuck my life, llama. Which version
Just
of
trying to
firmware are
do
you
a
using?
simple start.
2.0.6?
Huh?
2.06, 2.07?
2.0X, it says. I don't know. The latest one, like, what, 2 weeks ago?
Okay, so 2.0.7.2.
Computer.
What
the hell is it under?
That is under. You go to my firmware, SKR Bear Marlin, ADV.h.
Or something to search for. Access relatives.
No, should be
calibration.
under
Calibration.
what you would normally think could be under.
I searched for everything it was under, and it gave me like 1 million of results. And it was like, yeah, no, I don't have that much time. I can.
It's under advanced pause feature.
Pause. That was it.
Advanced pause feature. So your unload feed rate, acceleration, length. It's all
enable
it's all
advanced
there.
pause. Define advanced pause. That's the one I needed. Oops. Command Z. Didn't need to go that far. Command Z. Nope. You take those two out. Advanced pause. Enable advanced pause. Advanced park. Filament change. Fast load. Feed rate. All that good crap. There's something else I need to set up here, isn't there?
I don't know.
Feed rate. Change.
You need to enable park. Nozzle park.
Where's that at? That's there too, right?
No, it's in configuration.h.
Park. Only 36. Nozzle park. Define Pruger MMU. Nozzle park feature.
There's more than that.
Guessing it's got nothing. Define parking extruder.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's down near like the middle. I think it's after you set motors. It's like safe homing and then nozzle park. That way you have to tell it where the nozzle is going to park on the bed. That way it doesn't just like crash or stay like right where it's at.
Yeah, I enable define.
Should be like advanced pause.
Yeah. It's right after all the preheat. You can make your preheat.
Yeah.
I remember I had to do that because I have it just go straight up. Now I gotta remember define nozzle park point.
Yep.
X plus 10, Y negative 10, 20.
Yeah, it's usually like home, so like left front and then in 10 each. I usually choose the other side, so it prints on the parks on the far right hand side.
Raise 2, park XY feed rate 100. It's a little fast, but access feed rate 5. Good enough for now. I can always change it. I'm actually getting pretty good at this whole firmware thing.
Yeah, it becomes more intuitive the more you do it. I wish I could be Chris Riley intuitive and I could just remember the frickin' like line code number. But I never look at it.
Problem. I'll sit here and figure this all out, get it all right, and then 6 months from now I'll need to change something, and I'll have forgotten it all, and have to like literally start from scratch. That's my problem. And then I go and change stuff. I still, it's confusing to say that, but I still think the old Adreno was better than VS Code.
Yeah, the only thing that's really nice about Arduino is it will show you where your mistakes are. So like, if you don't have something enabled, it won't be highlighted. So you didn't do it right.
Yeah.
And then when you try to build it, it'll give you a general idea of what your issues are. The downfall being is when it blows up sanity checks, and the sanity checks don't mean anything to me. Like I don't know what they mean. When it says I can't, like when you set the Z to do the little funky thing, when it says like, it'll literally say your head doesn't fit in that area to measure, so please change that value. Okay, that makes sense. Like that's a sanity check I understand. But there'll be sanity checks that just blurt out a bunch of shit, and I'm like, I have no idea what you want me to check. So I'm just going through line by line, looking at what it could possibly be.
I can about 50% of the time figure out what the errors are. A lot
Classic
of times,
Mac BS.
with VS Code, you can like click on the error, which I didn't know. Somebody showed me that. If you click on the error, it will go to the error in the line, in the line code.
It wouldn't be so bad because, I mean, at least they have warranty service. Like, you can't just walk to the Windows store and get your HP laptop fixed. So if you want to talk classic PC, classic Mac bullshit, look at the bullshit on any computer that's not a Microsoft-made computer. There is absolutely no like HP store. There's no compact Presario store you walk your happy ass to and go, my thing I bought broke. So, and they're going to fix it for you. You're not installing the drive yourself. So, yeah, there's going to be a pause. Like I remember my second MacBook Pro, the graphics card died. So the logic board basically died because the graphics card is built into it. I got a whole free logic board replacement. I didn't want to fucking open that thing up and redo the whole logic board. It was completely free to me. I had to wait 3 days. Box up and you can do that. You can do an over the phone.
Pays for itself. If you ever need to service your Macintosh once, it pays for the cost of that freaking computer. It's just so easy. Yeah. Especially if you get the extended warranty.
And there's services in America, so I get to talk to someone who speaks something that I can understand.
Because when I had Apple Care, if you say this is like a work computer, I need this thing back. I had my laptop. It had like 2 pixels out. And I just waited. And I knew I had a weekend that I didn't really need it. So I called up Apple and I said, hey, I got some dead pixels in my screen. Blah, blah, blah. On my little laptop I used to use at work. They're like, okay, bring it to a service center. I'm like, I work out on Long Island. I live in Connecticut. That's kind of an impossibility. All right, well, where are you working? You got a location we can send a DHL truck to. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's here. I'll be here today and tomorrow. Literally in less than like an hour, the DHL truck showed up with a box for the computer. The guy waited. I put the computer in the box. He labeled it, shipped it off. They emailed me that night at like 10 o'clock at night and said, if you're still up, we know you're in New England and it's late, blah, blah, blah. But if you're still up, we need this, and this information. I gave it to them. The next morning, they had a shipping label before I woke up, and I had it that afternoon. It was literally a 24-hour turnaround. And they shipped me back this thing. The same thing happened to my mother's. My mother's, they did all kinds of extras. It's like, we replaced the screen. There was like 10 dead pixels in it. You only saw 2, but there was some on the borders. We noticed your feet were missing. We put a new fan in because the old one was a little dirty, and we didn't want to waste our time in it. So we just put a new fan in.
You want to hear something crazy? On that logic board fix, because the graphics card died, they replaced the entire case because I had dents in it. They replaced the entire case. Yeah. It came back looking like brand new. Yeah. I was like, are you guys high? Like,
they kiss your ass.
Yeah. So again, you take your home built PC and tell me what store you can bring it to get that same service done.
Well, if you home
that's
built,
why your PC is so cheap. Yeah, that's why you save money.
You repair it yourself.
Yeah. When something breaks on your Asus motherboard and you send that shit in for repair, you tell me how long that repair is going to take.
6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah. Dude, I broke one of my fishing rods.
Back and forth.
I busted the tip of my fishing rod off, being an idiot walking through the woods with the tip forward. I thought I was doing a really good job. I wasn't paying attention. I caught a tree and snapped the tip off one of my light action rods. Company is in America. They have a $60 no questions asked replacement warranty on the rod. So it's a $200 rod, and they're like, you give us $60, we'll send you a package and ship it back to us. We'll ship you. I sent it out Monday and got it back Thursday. Brand new rod. Yeah, like again, I could build my own rod for cheaper. They sell all the shit to make rods, but if I break it, I have to build my own new rod. Like,
well, that's half the fun.
I mean building rods looks super fun.
But it's like, I built this printer. I don't expect anyone to warranty it if I break it, which, as you all well know, I do on a regular basis. But that's half the fun to me, is fixing it. This is never made to print well. This is made for me to constantly fuck with. Learn new stuff, which I'm constantly doing. Did that upload to the card? Successful! I like it when the whole freaking screen is green text and not reds and orange and yellows. and I can eject this disk. Yeah, there's something to say about Windows machines. I mean, they are generally cheaper and easier and blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to it, get a Mac. They just last forever, if nothing else. All right, do we have a change filament enabled? Marlin 2.061. That's what I'm running, just so you know. Change filament. Preheat to PLA. Yay! Print pause.
Yep.
Insert filament and press button. Insert filament. I want to eject the filament first. Well, this black screen's got like a weird, it's got a different display than what's on that. I don't know how old the firmware is on that. It's 2.0, but I don't know what version of 2. And I ain't screwing with it because that printer prints beautifully. So I don't care if they update firmware. It ain't getting updated. Did Warkocki freeze? Oh, no.
No, I'm here.
He was just motionless. His brain froze.
Dude, I have brain freeze all the time when I eat ice cream too fast. Yay! My zombie head's done.
I just have brain pause.
Oh, that looks so pretty. You look so pretty, Mr. Zombie Head by Eastman.
Have you ever gone into the refrigerator to grab something and totally forgot what you were grabbing?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just go to sometimes just in the kitchen, I'll walk up and open the fridge for no reason. I'm like, I wasn't even looking for anything. It's just become habit to go look in the fridge sometimes.
Yep. It's just like an automatic reaction. Oh, come on.
Thermal runaway, bro.
Shut up. I turned you off.
Hit reset, bro.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It's like tucked in underneath here. Although I could have, well, yeah, it's still hard to get to. That was easier. So that means I got to change all that crap too.
What?
The rate of heat compared to time thing, which I didn't have to do before because that's part of the. Fuck.
Oh, does yours heat up slowly and it triggers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where if you don't do that whole auto thing and nozzle parking, it doesn't do that as badly. That's a configuration H2, right? Crap. What's that under? I can't even remember the names of crap.
JC507, the link to this is on Fotis's Patreon, so it should just be patreon.com/FotisMint, FOTISMINT. And this is the Zombie Head in Industrial Runoff by Eastman. Gotta pop off these supports I put on here. I don't know if they helped at all, but they're there. Yeah, there we go.
Wait a minute, that shouldn't have happened. Why did that happen? Because that hasn't changed. I never changed any of that. Printers, Warkocki. 64 degrees. No media. Change filament. Back. Preheat. Preheat custom. Preheat PLA. Insert filament and press button. Nozzle heating. Please wait.
Please wait.
It's heating plenty fast enough. You know what it is? I never pressed the button. This is new with this one. Before you just hit it and it would go okay and start heating. You didn't need to push the button to tell it to start heating. It's cranking up. It's already at 100 degrees. I have found the maximum on that freaking on the Humera speed print wise, blah 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 with the 0.8 nozzle. I can't go much above 60 millimeters a second, or it'll clog, and not because of retraction, because it can't heat it fast enough. $150. Should have set that to like 80, but that's all right. These days I can go back and reset all that crap in the firmware and save it. And I'll actually save a copy of the firmware this time, so I don't have to start from scratch. Problem is you can't convert it over half the time because they move everything around. You have no audio. Your mic is up. Oh, he's on the phone. He's a yakking. Very rude to be on the phone while you're live streaming, you know. Douchebag.
Yeah.
Warkocki is sus!
Correct.
What did I do with the film that I was going to put in there? It's basically up to temperature. And it's going to push the old stuff out. Okay, it just cleared. It didn't ever change the filament. Why did it not change the filament? Change filament. Insert filament and press button. Waiting for filament purge.
I got a purge for you, buddy. What's up, La Sangliere Quirit? Quirit?
I don't want to purge.
Oh boy. You had to make this a difficult name. Great gallery. Reception.
Print pause. There was no print. What the hell is this thing doing? It's confusing me.
Keat Reet.
Okay. Change filament. Why won't it? It used to eject it. Now it's just telling me to purge filament. It's not ejecting the old out. It's doing load filament as purge filament. Or as change filament, I should say. I don't want to purge.
Did you change the settings? Because the default settings don't extrude much.
Yeah, but it's supposed to, on that one, when I do it, it extrudes a little and then it backs it out. It's just purging. It's saying load the filament and purging it out. It's not retracting any. I don't think I can just pull it out with this thing. Oh, I did that time. Humera a lot of times won't let you just pull it out of the hot end. But it did that time. So let's stuff some Jesse unknown color PLA in there.
Oh, it's matte. That's what La Sangliere are. Okay. Jeez Louise, I'm solely confused.
You're confused? No. Not you. I'm going to have to change those settings again. And it's sucking in the filament.
Mm-hmm.
Not pushing any out yet, but it's sucking it in.
Train sounds sexy.
You can hear the trains?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all crazy because they're still working down on the tracks. Driving me nuts. You start working at 4 o'clock in the freaking morning. They're out there blowing their goddamn horns and everything and the backup beepers at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's freaking obnoxious.
You're old. You should be waking up at 5 in the morning anyway.
Yeah, but that's 4 in the morning. That's an hour before I get up.
Sanglier Quellerie. Huh.
I sleep about 6 hours a night. That's 1/6 of my sleep time they are killing on me. That's a lot of sleep.
I don't want to hear it, Llama.
Wah! The easiest way in the world to clean a nozzle, a piece of fucking paper towel. I don't know why everyone goes to these extremes. You get a piece of paper towel, fold it up, rub it over the nozzle.
Matt has the best comment for you ever, and I'm going to do it in a fancy voice for you.
What's that?
Don't you have laps to walk at the mall in your Velcro shoes, Llama? At 5 in the morning.
You have laps to walk in the mall in your Velcro shoes. What the hell is that supposed to... Oh, is that what the old people do when they get their
Mall
exercise?
walkers. Llama's a mall walker.
Mall walker.
Llama, the mall walker.
Ah, Rubber Ducky, you're so fine. Rubber Ducky, I'm so glad you're mine.
Wow, I don't think that's how it goes, but whatever, bro.
That's exactly how it goes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh. Guess I never paid attention to it.
Rubber Ducky, you're so fine. Rubber Ducky, I'm so glad you're mine. And then it goes on and on and on, and I don't remember the rest of it. That's all I do remember of it. And now it's holding the heat. Oh, because I turned it on with the repetier off. You are on the first half of my lame joke. I eaten some lavaquaqua right cheese last night and though thought about you. Okay.
That was almost English, Llama.
Yeah, whatever he's got there is not English. That's like some kind of weird French shit. And I don't do French.
You would if it was pretty enough.
I will do a French. I don't do French.
Oh, Llama.
Anyway.
Exactly. What are you up to the rest of the day, Llama?
I don't know. I was going to go out and weed whack, but I'm just not in the mood.
I'm going to be taking a nap here real soon. I just got to finish this dang edit right here.
You know, I'm actually just going to say that. I was like, I'm old and I might take my old man a nap because it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If I take a nap now, I got like an hour or two before Mom will be like, "Where's dinner? Where's dinner? Why isn't dinner being made? I'm hungry."
See, while I said I was going to bed, I actually stayed up and continued working on photos and stuff until like 2 a.m.
It was about 1 o'clock when I went to bed last night. I actually started watching Upload, figuring I just like watch half of an episode, and I ended up watching like 2 or 3 of them last night. That's actually pretty funny. Have you seen that yet?
Thank you, Matt. No, I haven't seen it. I don't watch much TV unless it's wrestling right now.
That's Amazon TV. It's not regular TV, but yeah.
Yeah, same. I watched I watched The Beast on Amazon Prime, horror movie, while I was working on uploading stuff last night.
Let's say it's a movie.
It's about how as far as I get. No, I'm just
You
editing
should.
pictures,
There's
Matt,
a couple of
and
really good shows.
they got some really good shows.
There are a couple of really good. The Last Kingdom is like an unknown, unsung hero of freaking Netflix. I mean, Amazon Prime. It is freaking awesome.
Don't talk to me, Jordan. I've been banished from the Creality Facebook group.
Warkocki my cocky. You missed it, monkey. Warkocki is sus.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'll prove it to you. See, it says Warkocki is
Look,
sus.
I print a llama. This is what llama looks like after taking some acid.
That's how I looked after my first car accident. Yeah, pretty much. It's got too much skin on the face still.
Skin on the face.
Books are all right. My problem with books is they make me fall asleep. I read like a page or two, and then I wake up with the book in my chest and can't remember what I read last. And I have an even harder time. I started doing like the Amazon books, and I have an even
Marcel
harder
is a movie star. I guarantee, Marcel, with that mustache, you've been in a porn.
Porn stash. I used to have a porn stash before I ripped my lip off.
You're a movie star in Canada. They don't make as much money.
We don't make any money.
Yeah, it's a civil service.
You know, I really do need to get curtains for my windows. That whole brown and blue towel thing is just getting really old.
3D print some.
3D print a curtain.
Yeah, some shades, some blinds.
I got blinds. It's got vertical blinds or horizontal blinds on it, whatever you want to call them, mini blinds, whatever they're called.
All right. So Marcel is the porn star. Thaneth will be the director. And Monkey will be the stunt cock.
Stunt cock. He's the cameraman.
You have a gluten allergy?
Get the monopole built right in.
No, Canadian maker is so Ron is the he's the video guy.
Oh, I thought Ron was the audio guy.
No.
Okay, I can shut that thing off now. I'm not going to
clients
for a while.
Engagements. Great gallery. Oh no, yeah, I guess gallery works.
Oh.
Plus Jamie. Is it Jamie? Jesse? Damn it.
Actually, I think Ron is more the wannabe porn star that's actually the caterer that keeps showing up just because he likes watching the naked guys. You know?
No, I have a stupid allergy.
You have or you are a stupid allergy?
I don't know, Buttram. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
You stupid.
You stupid.
You stupid.
StreamYards is streaming. They're getting a little out of hand with their.
Oh, snap. We got ourselves a Jordan.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Monkey Man.
That happened.
What's up, Monkey?
Well, not much. I just had the most amazing sub, though. Oh, I am like super fat kid right now, and I'm so happy.
I know, the other half was so good.
And I'm going for ribs tonight, too. So.
Ooh, I bought some freaking T-bones. They were on sale for $4. Not $4 a pound. $4 a steak, flat. It's like a weird deal they do every once in a while. It doesn't matter what size it is. It's just $4.
$4.
$4, and they're probably 3/4 of an inch thick, and they're not big, but they're not tiny either.
$4 make you holla.
They're not big, but they're not tiny. That's what she said.
I like them T-bones. They'd be good. That's what I'm having for dinner. Actually,
I think I'm gonna print this. I'm gonna do it.
What are you printing now?
I'm gonna try printing some of Flowlistics chainmail. I haven't yet, and I want to.
Just like a chunk, you mean?
Yeah, well, he makes you can fill the whole bed.
A little square sample.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I think I need an XSplit update.
Is there another XSplit update?
Well, there must be because I'm lagging.
You're not lagging on our side.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, a little bit.
3D
not too bad.
I'm watching you on this side, and it's fine. I mean, maybe you're lagging behind it.
I'm what?
But,
what?
No, that's all smooth.
All karate chopping?
Dance, monkey dance.
None of it was choppy.
Yeah, it's the mouth to audio. It's a little behind.
Oh.
Sorry, on the lives on the StreamYards.
Okay.
I wish I could get my mouth to get behind my brain, because then I might have a second to think about it before I say something stupid again.
Makes sense.
Who cares? I'll just say it and get over it.
When has that ever stopped you before?
It hasn't. That's my point. Turn around the monkey.
Turn around, right
now.
I finished watching Umbrella Academy the other day. Since you guys were talking TV shows or movies and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
The Umbrella Academy?
Mm-hmm.
I think I started watching it and stopped, and then started again.
I really want to order some of this entwined filament.
Adopted by the dude.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. It was the second season I finished.
Yeah, that was good. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Upload is turning out to be really good. I did not expect much from it. It's just made me laugh constantly.
Uploads help me get paid because I upload their pictures.
Well, this is you die and you get uploaded and live in your virtual
I don't know.
world.
No, never happened.
Yeah, I'm in the Matrix still.
That's pretty much what it is the Matrix.
I get downloaded all the time.
Interact, and you got to have money and make money, and you can still make money while you're in virtual world by selling virtual stuff. It's just weird, but it's fun.
Yes, you are.
I like
the
weird
Loop
stuff.
Is stupid. Tales from the Loop, I do not get. I don't see how it's so popular. It's got like 4.5 stars, and I'm just like, an episode and a half through it, and I'm just like, no, this is too out there, slow, stupid, weird.
Man, print quality actually went up with the latest Marlin firmware. I mean, I did some changes though. Definitely disable junction deviation if you have a Cartesian printer.
And why would you want to do that?
Junction deviation caused weird extrusion issues on the layers. Like, it was hard to define in terms of like a word to call what it is.
Is it S-curve and not deviation, or linear advance and not deviation? You use one or the other.
Now you're breaking up. But it was S-curve and linear advance. I have S-curve enabled with linear advance right now in the experimental mode, and it works great. Like, these prints are gorgeous.
Yeah. You're in your own little freaking time zone.
Yes, I am in my own time zone compared to you.
Zone is what I meant. Twilight Zone.
I'm in my own Twilight Zone. Yes, you're in my life, and that is like the Twilight Zone.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
God, you're breaking up so bad now, my monkey. Are you making a firmware right? Oh, that would do it.
He is all like delayed and behind, but yeah, you're slicing on
Yeah.
through, so yeah.
Ooh, I like that one of your wife.
It was his wife. I thought it was a self-portrait.
No, this is the self-portrait.
Before he shaved his head.
Dude, I really need to carve this thing out and like fill it with liquid and just like pour it out of its like mouth, like red liquid to come out of its mouth.
Take one of your extra fish pumps and just drill a hole in it, and it can slowly fish pump the liquid out.
Yeah, just
The accuracy.
you make sure to turn that into when you're dipping dogs.
I can't understand a word you're saying there, Max Headroom.
He said use mesh mixer to make it one of those things. I missed the rest of it, but I heard mesh mixer.
He was Mad Monkey Max Headroom.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be better.
Pretty. That's better.
Yeah, I had like 2 instances of the alpha running at once, apparently. Oops.
That'll do it.
No, you should use Mesh Mixer to install one of your dippy cup things in its brain, and you use it to dippy cup your parts.
Oh, there you go.
Like a beer cozy.
No, I definitely want to just carve the head out and like fill it like this and then carry it around and be like, all right. And have it spit red grape juice or like red something in my mouth. I don't know.
But like put a pop tab on top of it so you like you're shotgunning out the mouth.
Yeah.
Ah! A lot of my enemies taste so good.
I really like this model. I need to print this thing on the Caribou at like actual size. I also need to take pictures of these things. I've been printing a bunch of things and taking absolutely 0 photos of it.
Can't remember.
All right.
I also have hacked in some photos.
Your little pumpkin horror guitar guy came out really good. Like really good.
The jackhammer.
I hated it at first.
Yeah, this guy came out.
Color separation is really good. There's almost no bleed at all there that I can see.
There is no bleed. 100%. There, with this kind of purge block, it is impossible to bleed.
Yeah.
You're a purge block of bleed.
When you're willing to waste more filament just to make sure you don't waste the other filament, you do it right. And everyone who's like, "Oh, purge block is so wasteful," would it have sucked to have like gotten all the way done this print and then realized it bled together a little? Like that 6-day print. If I had just turned up the purge just a little, it'd be perfect to me.
Don't do it again.
Jason Voorhees don't need no color. He looks good as a statue. He's got a really comfortable shoulder.
Jason. I could make a big Jason.
Mm-hmm. You can.
Make it my big
ability.
Freddy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
then
have.
You get Freddy versus Jason.
Why haven't I done this, Chris? What is the problem here?
Jason Voorhees is my favorite horror movie character, so it's just I have like a bunch of art Jason Voorhees stuff in my room, so this just had to get done.
In your sex room.
Yeah. Where every like the sex swing is and the whips.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a Jason Voorhees mask.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one for another
and
mask for your face, not just one for your penis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got a Jason Voorhees bobblehead in my room. It's so hilarious. Like just seeing Jason go. Like, are you rocking out, Jason?
You are weird.
All right. I made one of these today.
A vase? Oh, those are cool vases. I like that vase.
That is cool.
And I use the bronze.
Silver?
No, it's
the
bronze.
Ooh,
Polyalchemy bronze. It's pretty nice. It just fits on. Like you don't have to do anything with it.
I told myself I was going to order some polyalchemy.
Is I wish that he had made this spike longer or somehow managed to make like a second one so that you could stick it in and have a little bit coming out the nozzle still if you wanted, so it looked like it's actually feeding. But
Yeah, but that would be molten, so it's got to look all melty.
yeah, that's true. And then I would need a heat block and a and a throat.
You need the whole hot end attached to it.
Yeah, and then it just falls over. All right, where's my Minty Photos folder? There it is.
Ouch. I need to hurry up and put my NAS in so that way I can just have like all the models that I download on one giant hard drive.
I do.
Yeah.
It's bad because like there is several gigs of
It doesn't take long when they're like 200 megs each. It's Captain Insanity.
It does get a little excessive. Well, here, let me see what my 3D print folder is sitting at right now.
Chris needs to change the filament on that printer. What can I print on that printer?
Well, you're going north of 90.
On that note, I'm going to disappear. I need to take a quick power nap. I went to bed at 2 and woke up at 7, and I've been sitting here at this computer since then.
You woke up at how'd you go to bed at 2?
Because I said I was going to bed early, and I stay up, continue working on this stuff, so that way I could get caught up and maybe have like a fun day this week versus just like editing a little bit and then taking a break at like I normally call it like I try to be done with this shit by 5. Because I try to treat it like a real job. Like I wake up, I work on my shit, I get done by 5 with my work, and then I have the rest of my day. But I'm like at the pace I'm at and the number of shoots I still have to finish, I'll be doing that for the next 3 weeks. I'm like, I need to get like a point where I get ahead enough. And I did. I thought by 5 o'clock I would be just doing all this uploading, but I got everything I got to get done, and it's 2. So I'm going to take like a quick hour power nap and then clean up some shit and then maybe go do something, hang out with someone. Yeah. Oh, he's jittering again.
He's max headroom.
He must be slicing.
Yes.
So, good night, stream. Good night, llama and monkey. Not good night. Good afternoon. Have a good time.
It's pushing.
Do your vitamins.
Smoke
your drugs. Dude, it does. Like it's dark by 5:36 out here. Yeah. I hate it.
I hate it too.
And on November 1st, it'll be an hour back. So at 4-something o'clock, it's going to be pitch black outside.
Yep.
I hate it. So yeah. All right. Audi 5000 humans. We'll probably see you tonight.